Hey guys, this is another Dorkside Cookies unboxing video. Thanks for joining us. Today we are unboxing the Phantom Society. This is a Iello Games. You guys know I love Iello Games. I like most game designers. I just think Iello Games, the guys are cool and they make different, simpler but still high production value games. So that's pretty cool. All right. What is it? This is the Phantom Society Great Palace Hotel. Welcome to Scotland. Yes, welcome to this country famous for its whiskey, the Highlands, its castles, and of course, its ghosts. The Phantom Society is a ghost hunting game which you play as sly spirits seeking to ruin a manor hotel or, if you prefer, intrepid ectoplasm hunters, a bit destructive around the edges, who never falter in the pursuit of their prey. While the ghosts have to be cunning and use psychology in order to remain concealed, the hunters use observation and deduction to flush out their sneaky targets. Who will be fastest? And above all, will the manor come through this madness intact? So this is pretty interesting. It's a versus game. It is 2 to 4 players, and it says it's going to take about 20 minutes. Sorry about Mr. E. What's up? Just lay down. Good boy. All right. He's very bored. All right, so let us see what is inside here. I feel like it's a versus clue. But that's just my guess. I never actually seen this game before, so this is all new to us. All right, what do we have here? So we have some rooms covered by goo. Okay, so the rooms, right? It's normal rooms, goo covered rooms. So the ghosts have ruined the rooms. And more rooms that have been destroyed. Not even goo covered, just destroyed. And there is clean rooms, and then there is confettied rooms. These rooms are just destroyed. And more rooms. So the rooms are color coded, and blue, green, white, and red. So that's pretty cool. I like the little, apparently Scottish ghosts, so that's cool. And you can't appreciate over the camera just how nice the rule book is. It's just nice. Look at that. I mean, look at this. I mean, hopefully we can capture it. It just seems nice. Not everyone can grasp all of the subtle aspects of the humor of Scottish ghosts. Humor that consists, among other things, of covering the sumptuously decorated rooms of the Sir Philip Venkman Malambier Manor Hotel and ectoplasmic residue. You get the joke, right? The Easter egg Venkman, the Sir Philip Venkman, right, from Ghostbusters. Whatever happened to British good taste? Professor Macduff believes that the ghost's hostility is due to the fact that the manor was built on the ruins of an ancient whiskey distillery. A distillery that was, of course, considered sacred by the many deceased admirers of Special 45 Old Fedhude single malt. Miss Ferguson, the owner of the hotel, has long since lost her sense of humor. For a prim and proper Scotswoman, it is clear that being on the receiving end of the damage inflicted by 4 ghosts, even one dressed in evening shrouds, is outrageous. With a rolling R that I couldn't do right now. Despairing from the situation, and despite the expense involved, she has therefore called upon the services of ghost hunters, you and your comrades from the Phantom Society. But you'll soon discover that capturing ghosts without causing even more damage is not as easy as it appears. So I feel like they were inspired by one of the first scenes in the Ghostbusters movie, where they end up causing so much damage just trying to capture Slimer. And then they combined it with, like, where do ghosts, where they from, or, where are famous stories, and they chose a Scottish backdrop for it, which I think is cool. So the ghosts, their goal is to inflict at least 45,000 pounds damage on the manor, whether it's inflicted by the ghosts or the hunters. So they just want the damage. Meanwhile, the ghost hunters have to stop the ghosts before they achieve their objective. So that's cool. We're not going to go all through the rules, but I just think that little bits like that. There's only 8 pages to this rule book. There is a fair amount of text, but it seems pretty straightforward. You have actions by the ghosts, and you have actions by the hunters, and you have an objective. That's it. That's the game. The game looks like it plays a little bit different depending on whether it's 4-player game or 2-player game. Let's look at the board. So the board is going to be slots that the rooms fill in, and that's kind of cool. So we saw the rooms. Each of the rooms had 2 sides to them, so you could choose, or I assume they start undamaged, and as you're playing, you're going to flip them to damaged. And let's see. Okay, so nice simple little box to store the 4 colors of rooms. And then the ghosts, right? Pretty straightforward. And then you've got some cards with numbers. Looks like the ghost hunters, the Phantom Society, have some characters maybe. Well, it looks like they have some characters, and then you have maybe some damage. Looks like 9,000, 8,000, 7,000. I assume those are the numbers that you want to reach 45,000. Angus McLeod, Svetlana Timochenko, Finn and Wyatt, Ardith Al-Misri, Nikani Toussaint. Okay. So that's the game. This looks, again, Iello Games normally have a relatively few number of pieces, but what they do with those pieces normally are pretty cool. And that's it. Something I like about Iello Games is that normally you can kind of play them very quickly. There's not a whole lot to figuring them out, and they're not going to be the same, right? Like I don't own any of their games with these kind of like slots with these tiles. So there's always some sort of like gimmick to an Iello game, and I like that. The other thing is that Iello Games often don't do franchises, meaning they don't do like a ton of expansions, and that's a plus and a minus. I do like FFG, right? FFG is the other way. FFG turns everything into an expansion, and I think those expansions they call for my money. So ironically, I end up buying more FFG games, and I'm not unhappy. Like some people literally get unhappy that that a company does something that makes them want to, give more money. I don't. I do like buying more stuff, and I would like to buy more Big Book of Madness. I think that game is really due for an expansion. I just think it's natural. On the other hand, I haven't played enough games to ever have the same game happen twice. So it doesn't need an expansion. It doesn't. If it never gets an expansion, that's fine. It doesn't need it. This game, you could easily imagine maybe different ghosts or like different hunters, right? You could start like adding special powers. it's not gonna do it. This is the game. I don't see Iello, often add expansions to their games. So that's it. This is, and you guys don't normally see me put away the game, right? Like, you see me with a big giant mess. Nope. This game, it's done. Literally while I was talking about that, they put a slot in their box just to hold this. How cool is that? That is super cool. It is very tight because of that. That's nice, guys. Boom, that's it. This is both an unboxing and a reboxing, except it's reboxed, like cleaned up and nice. So that is my unboxing video of the Phantom Society with Mr. E wandering around. I can't stop him, guys. You hear him barking in the other videos if I don't stop him, if I try to stop him. All right, if you'd be so kind, I would really appreciate it if you click like, click subscribe, and see you next time. Bye.